From homemade chutney through near disaster to the charming island of Lewis. Welcome, we are Kath, Sue and Fudge. After living for 2.5 years in our motorhome, and with the help from the BBC's Escape to the Country, we found our forever home in the Highlands of Scotland, where we enjoy all it has to offer, including hiking, swimming, cycling and running. So why not join us in our post-retirement adventures? Over the last couple of weeks, I don't think I've been a very good tomato mummy. I was watering them religiously for a long time, but they never seem to ripen. So today's the day I'm going to take off what's there, and they're all green, because I found a recipe for chutney that you can make with green tomatoes, and I don't want anything to go to waste. Well, I've quite enjoyed that. I've got to bring it to the boil now and keep stirring it and then let it simmer. So it seems I've made a lot of a mess. I've got a bit of tidying up to do. I'll get that done and maybe I'll bring you back when this is ready to start putting in jars. It seems a long time since I started making this. It's been on there for about 4 hours. I think it's the right consistency. Just hope so. I'm going to start putting it into some jars now. Hopefully I've got enough, because I've only got 5 jars, but it's supposed to make 5 jars worth. Let's see. Well, good morning, and it's time for me to try some of my newly made chutney. So I've got a little piece of ham. I'm gonna open one of the jars and give it a go. This could kill me. Right, let's see. Well, you know what, it smells okay. Let's just take a little bit. Maybe a little bit more than that. I don't think it's actually gonna kill me. Okay. Well, there you go, a little bit of chutney in there. Here goes. Actually, that's really nice. Gosh, I've surprised myself there. That's really nice. Gosh, I've got too many jars for us, so I'll be able to give some away to some of our neighbours and friends. Well, hello everyone. As you can see, I'm in the motorhome, and I should have been in the motorhome heading off to Ullapool, ready for a nice holiday over to Lewis and Harris. That'll be the 3rd time we've tried to get there and something's happened. Now, it'll be a few weeks ago for you, but for me it's only just the weekend just gone. I had to move into the van because of the storm taking the power. But the great thing about that is it enabled me to find a bit of a problem, which is our battery is not charging. And there's a discrepancy between the Victron app and then an app that monitors the battery directly. And the Victron app's putting it into absorption mode. I don't know whether that means anything to any of you, but it effectively means the controller isn't allowing any charge to go to the battery. So I am currently solo driving all the way from our home in the Cairngorms down to Hereford to Bluefix, who are, as usual, been superb, but they need to see me and they need to see the van. So I've got to get down there. So I've just stopped for a bit of a break, some tea, and then I'm going to push on. So I left about 2:30 this afternoon. It's about 6:30 now, and I'm going to push on as far as I can tonight. I haven't even made the English border yet, but hopefully I will. But for now, I'm going to make myself some tea and just take a little bit of a break. So whilst I wait for everything else to be ready, cheers. I know not everyone would like it like this, but to me, that's the perfect cup of tea. I'm going to talk quietly because it's about midnight. I've made it as far as I think I can go tonight. I think I'm still about an hour and a half maybe away from my final destination, and I found this place on Park for Night. It's in Bridge North. It's a big car park. I'm just going to see how much I have to pay to stay overnight, because I think I am allowed, although I'm taking up 2 bays. But I think I'll be okay because I'll be leaving early in the morning anyway. Let's have a look. Charges apply Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Vans and motorhomes permitted, daily charges apply. But there's nothing to pay until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's good, isn't it? I'll be all right till here tonight then. Well, now I've established all that, I'm going to close the shutters up and probably have a cup of tea just to chill out after that drive, and then I'll be straight to bed. I'm going to set my alarm for 7 so I can make sure I'm out of here by 8 in the morning, because this might get quite busy with, people who are going about their normal day-to-day business, and we don't want to get in the way of that, do we? Well, good morning. My little town car park has served me well. And I set my alarm for 7, but I didn't need it. So I've slept well, but not for long. So I'm going to make some breakfast now. And I'm glad I'm up, because if this car park starts to fill, it only occurred to me, I think that must have been on my mind. If the car park starts to fill, it might be a bit difficult to get out. So I'm going to have breakfast and then I'm going to be on the road. And hopefully I'll be at Bluefix by 9ish, depending on traffic. Well, today's gone in a flash. So after many hours spent at Bluefix, they've done a really thorough job, fully tested the system, and the conclusion is it's a faulty battery. So that battery is still under guarantee. The quickest way to sort it was for me to then drive to Nottingham to Oak Tree Motorhomes, who've replaced the battery free of charge. And I'm now on my way back. Stopped off to get a coffee just to keep me going. I'll probably drive for just another couple of hours and then I'll find a park up for tonight. And I can't wait to get back home tomorrow. Let me explain where I'm at. So I've driven for a lot longer than I'd wanted to. I just couldn't find anywhere suitable to stop. I'm not even sure where I am now is suitable, but there are other vehicles parked here and I haven't seen anything that says I can't. I'm just off the M6, not far from Carlisle, and I've reached the point where I do just need to stop and get some sleep. I don't know how well I'm going to sleep. I'm going to have a quick look at, just check out how far it would be for me to get to Lochmaben. If it's not too far, I will just carry on, but I'm just about at my limit. Well, final status update. I made it to Lochmaben. I did pull off at another services. It was going to be 32 quid to stay there. So I carried on Lochmaben is flooded, the normal bowling club place. So I am round the corner in a car park, but I've had it. I'm stopping here, and I can't see any signs that say I can't, so this is it. Can't take any more. I'll see you in the morning. Oh, noisy lorry. Well, morning. This is where I've woken up. I didn't sleep brilliantly just because there's a very noisy road just behind you. But actually, it's not a bad location. And to be honest, nobody bothered me, so it was just that the road was noisy. I've become so accustomed to quiet since we moved to the Highlands that sleeping by a busy road isn't what it used to be. Anyway, let's have a quick look around here, and then I'll grab some breakfast and I'm going to set off home. Hey guys, I'm nearly home. You cannot understand the pleasure that seeing the mountains ahead of me and knowing that I've only probably got another 45 minutes at the most to be home. I can't wait to get there, can't wait to see Sue, and then, well, hopefully we can get off on our little break. Well, having got back safely with the van and everything is working, it meant that we had to delay a long-awaited holiday, but we are now on holiday and this is the start of it. So we've just pulled over because we need to stop off in Inverness and get some food supplies, and Fudge needs a walk. So we're doing a quick walk with Fudge and then we'll do a bit of shopping and then we're on our way. Well, this is it. This is home for the night, and you've probably guessed it already. We're here at Ullapool because tomorrow we're getting a ferry over to Stornoway, and we've got a bit of time to spend on Lewis and Harris. But for now, we're just going to have a wander around Ullapool. It's a place neither of us have been to before. It looks like a nice little town, so we'll have a look. You might find it a little hard to see me because believe it or not, we've got some sunshine. But I think this is where we head to tomorrow, where it says vehicle check-in. I'm sure there's probably separate lanes for motorhomes. We'll find that out tomorrow, I'm sure. After a pretty peaceful night's sleep, we headed off to the port to get ready for our sailing, and there was time to have a little wander around before having to get back to get on board. A chance to see our ship come in. Finally, after thinking we wouldn't be able to go at all because of the problems with the van, we are here, we're on the boat, and we're heading over to the Outer Hebrides. First of all, Lewis. about 2 hours, and we're coming into land very shortly, I think probably within the next 10 minutes. So I'll head back down. We'll probably be calling us back to our vehicles, I would have thought, very soon. Well, we've reached our first stop on the Isle of Lewis. I think it's called, what's it called? Tolster Beach or something like that. Just gonna have a cup of tea, then we're gonna take Fudge for a walk on the beach and enjoy our first night here. We found this place on Search for Sites, and it's on Park for Night, and better still, there are toilets here, so we'll be able to use those whilst we're here and preserve our chemical waste. And as usual, we travel with 2 cassettes in any case, just to help. But look at that. Fudge is gonna love it. Ready? Go! Oh, no, where's it gone? Where's it gone? There it is, there it is, there it is. Oh, that wasn't good, was it? Wasn't it? It wasn't good. Good girl. I hope you can see this. It is the most glorious stretch of beach. It probably goes on for a couple of miles. So we'll probably just walk a bit and then walk back again, because Fudge is loving it. In fact, I think Sue's just had to take the ball off her just to give her a bit of a rest. And the car park it's obviously quite a busy place because there's lots of cars coming and going, but hopefully it'll quieten down tonight and we'll have a very peaceful night. We have absolutely no signal of any description whatsoever, so it's definitely going to be a quiet one in that respect. We have finished that lovely walk on the beach, and it feels like tonight is properly the first night of our holiday. So you're going to have to come back next week if you want to see more of these beautiful islands of Lewis and Harris, and I really hope you do. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Even in the hard time, you and I can weather any storm.